Alright, so I know I haven't posted an update in probably a couple of weeks. I'm a full-time mom, full-time wife, full-time nurse, and I get tired. I work night shift. Anyway, that's besides the point. I am now on tray 10 for my bottom aligners. I don't know if you can see the little 10, but it has my initials and then a little 10 next to it. And I have a total of 12 aligners. So I have 2 more aligners after this, and then I'm done with the original treatment, and I think Dr. Todd had talked about relooking and seeing if there was any adjustments that needed made. Sorry, my 9-month-old's in the background. So I went to my dentist the other day for my cleaning. Of course, they made a comment about the impressions because, you know, Byte doesn't do the 3D scan like some of the other companies do. And so he just kind of questioned, like, how do you know it's accurate? But other than that, I didn't really have much else that was said about that. They said I have to have a cavity. I have 2 cavities that need done. Probably completely unrelated to my aligners. I had issues in the past, like a watch area, and it just probably just surfaced. And then I have another tooth that I've had filled a couple times over my life, and there's another spot like that was in between the teeth, and so I'm gonna have to have a crown put on because in order for them, if they take out the filling that's in there and then take out the cavity, then I'm really just gonna have a shell left of a tooth, so it's pointless to fill it, so they're just gonna put a crown on. So they told me to just bring my aligners with me when I go in that, probably so they can make sure that my aligners still fit after they do the work, because I did read in the Byte policy that obviously they are not going to replace aligners or whatever else if you have some kind of dental work done that's going to alter the shape of your tooth. So yeah, so I think the previous video I did went over the fact that when I went to switch the aligners the one time, I did not have top aligners. That I think from week 7 on, it was all just bottom aligners. But then again, I really didn't need that much adjustment done on the top. It was mainly like my bottom 2 canines, which, if you look, they're not as crooked as they were. They were kind of like, both canines were kind of like pointing in towards the center of my mouth, and they are actually moving away from that. So I'm excited to see over the next 2 aligners. I'd say 2 weeks, but I've been doing every 10 days, probably for like a month now, if not longer. Because initially, like, my bottom aligners were feeling kind of loose, and so Dr. Todd had told me to do it every 10 days instead of every 7. And I've been really slacking and not using my Byte every day like I should be, just because a lot of the time my nighttime that I would be using that is daytime when I get off from work working 12 hours. So my sleep schedule and all of that is all messed up. But everything is still working as it should. I also haven't bought any more of the Bright Byte. I am like at the foaming end of my bottle, but the bottles are like $30 a piece, and I just haven't. It's just the whitening gel. My teeth aren't the whitest thing in the world, but that wasn't the initial reason why I started Byte. It was because of my bottom teeth. So that's whatever. I could get more if I wanted to. They do send an email reminder. I forget how soon in, letting you know, like, hey, it should be time to, you know, reorder your Bright Byte, whatever else. At the top aligners, I only have to wear for 12 hours a day, so I really just wear them when I'm asleep, just because pretty much the top teeth are done, and that's just basically wearing them at night so that they don't shift back. So I have had to have my top aligners replaced once because they were cracked. I do grind my teeth in my sleep. I had a Byte guard from my dentist that I paid like $600 for before all of this to prevent me like grinding my teeth and wearing them down. So I think that's probably why they cracked. And so I let them know, and they sent me out another tray. And then a couple days later I got another tray. So really they sent me out 2 more trays for the aligners, just because when they had cracked, I had been in them like 20 some odd days because I was doing 10 days for the trays. So it's okay, buddy. So that's why. And oh, did you smack yourself with a hanger? Here. But anyway, I have broken another one of those 2 trays that they sent me. It was like completely cracked right here at the tooth part. It's probably just because these are not thick trays. So they're not really meant as like a Byte guard. Byte guards are a little bit thicker. And that's probably why they've cracked, because in my sleep I do like clench down and grind my teeth. And that's not anything that I can control. So I have another tray left, and I'm gonna say that I might need one more top tray before the end of this, because I still have 2 more trays to go. But I'll just have to let them know. If that's the case, then they'll probably just send another one out. But yeah, I wanted to update. I can't think of anything else other than that was in there. I know I have replied to comments on my previous videos to kind of answer, just because I hadn't updated in a while. My intentions in the beginning were to like update each week that I changed my trays, but obviously that hasn't happened. But I can say that they're working. As I said, I can put a picture in this video as well. I did take a picture the other day, because I was like, yeah, they have shifted. They're not as crooked as they were. So I'll put a picture in this video as well, so you can see the difference between my canines from when I initially started and where I'm at now. So I'll put that in here, and if you guys have any questions, just let me know, and I'll try to answer them as soon as I can.